Hi, today I'm going to do a look that I did on Lara Stone for an editorial recently, which was kind of a natural look, a bit like my no makeup look, but using the little Ciate flower manicures that they have at the moment and using them as face decoration. Lots of people love the look and I decided to recreate it, but instead of doing the no makeup look with it, I am going to make it a little bit more flower child, so a little bit more late 60s, kind of early 70s, and use kind of blue eyeshadow and lots of pink and lots of colour. So it's a really lovely look and I have a beautiful model today called Sana, so I hope you like it. So I'm going to start by using the Nars Pro Prime all over. So next I'm going to use this eyeshadow, which is a really amazing blue by Illamasqua. It's called Anja. So you can see what a great shade of blue this is. It's really unusual to find this particular shade that's got great payoff and is matte. And I use this a lot in my kit, sometimes for 60s inspired looks, 70s, or just if you want to do a really modern blue eye. Okay, next I'm going to start base. I'm going to use the Estée Lauder Double Wear All Day Glow BB, and I'm going to mix this with one dot, that was number 01, one dot of Face Atelier, just because I'm going to need to take a fraction of the warmth off it. Even though it's the paler shade, it just needs lifting a tiny bit. And I think if you are very fair skinned, then so handy to have something like that you can just add to your foundation or your tinted moisturiser. Because as we know, often these companies' palest shade is not quite pale enough. And then just really working that in. This is SPF 30, so it'd be good if you were doing this look for a kind of music festival or something where you're going as a sort of flower power child. But if you are thinking of this kind of look for a party where you're going to be photographed with flash, then you'd be better off using a foundation or a tinted moisturiser that is less, doesn't have as high an SPF. So for concealer I'm going to use the Revlon ColorStay, and again I'm just adding a little bit of the white from here just to lighten that up a fraction, and then start by going underneath the eyes. So for cheeks you can see I'm using this really pretty pink which is quite shimmery, and it's a Daniel Sandler watercolour blush, and the shade is called So Pretty, which is a nice name for this. And you can apply these with fingers or a sort of buffing brush if you want. This is a waterproof colour, so once it's on it sort of stains the skin and really lasts. And this is one of my favourite shades. And you can always go back in with your foundation brush if you want to smooth the edges of that, or your BB brush. And then back to the centre. So back to eyes, I'm just going to give a curl to the lashes. I need them really well curled for this wide-eyed dolly look. So I'm going to use this mascara, which is the False Lash Effect in brown. This is very similar to CoverGirl Lash Blast. I'm going to use brown because I want to keep all the colouring very light and keep it all very open. Now obviously if you have a darker skin tone you'll need to switch up the eyes a bit. So say for example this has got a lot of white in it, and this works for sort of a light skin towards a medium. If you're more medium to dark skin, then I would recommend using this kind of colour, so a much richer, you still have that vibrant blue, but obviously it's going to look a lot better on a dark skin. Likewise with the blush, you know, if you've got sort of more of a medium skin tone, you're going to go for something that's a little bit darker. And then if you've got very dark skin, you'll need something with a lot more colour that's going to give the same effect, but not look ashy. So just switch it up a little bit. If your eyelashes are naturally very dark anyway, then use a black instead of this brown that I'm using. Okay, and then I'm going to use this pencil, which is a Sigma pencil, if you look up for me. Amazing colour again. It's called the Cloud, or My Cloud. And just put a little along the lower waterline there. And then the brown mascara exactly the same along the lower lashes. So next I'm going to add some lashes. I'm going to choose these ones, which are the Elite eyelashes number 18. These are brown, so again they're nice and light and they're really, really feathery. So I think they're going to look really good. So because I don't want to draw a black line, I've used white glue, which will dry clear. This is the Duo. So this is going to be great for having them, although they're going to look obviously like you've got lashes on, we're not going to have to draw a line to blend the base in, and that glue will dry completely clear. So before I go on, I'm going to use this Corey's lip butter. This is a really nice light pink shade. Because we're going to have quite a lot of stuff going on around the top half of the face with the cheeks and the eyes, so playing down the lips. And then before I put on the little flowers, I'm going to use a little bit of this blusher, which is an amazing pink. Just look up, and that's going to be just very high on the cheekbones. So next I'm going to use the flowers, and these are the Ciate flowers, which I used in the editorial. And obviously they're meant for nails, but using the surgical Duo glue, if you just lightly tap them into the glue, you don't need very much, and then you can just pop them onto the skin, and that shouldn't have any adverse effects. And you can just put them wherever you want. They come in different shapes and sizes, different colours. What I would say is that you should definitely do each side of the face slightly different, because I always find when you're doing anything like this, asymmetry is much better. So whatever I do this side, I'll do something completely different on the other. And then just let your creative side take over. They also come in red, but I'm not going to use the red today because I think they will look better on a darker skin tone. And also because of the makeup I've done, the other colours, I think it'll just be too much colour. And you can layer them on top of each other as well. And then face me. Let's do a couple this side. So just gently wipe them across the glue. It dries clear anyway, so if you see it, it'll dry off. And just as a final touch, I'm going to go back in with the pink blush just to really frame the flowers. So just bringing it up a little bit onto the temple, onto the brow bone, and around the flowers. Just increase the colour slightly. And that's basically it. It's a good look for a festival or a party, very Woodstock inspired, kind of late 60s, flower power, love child. So I think just have fun with it.